Welcome back to the channel Numismatic Coins. To today's video. Glowing star. In this episode, we'll explore the fascinating story behind the Andrew Jackson presidential $1 coin, 1829-1837, a golden tribute to one of America's most powerful and controversial leaders. From his rise as a war hero to his transformation of the presidency and the legacy of his bold decisions, this coin captures an unforgettable chapter in U.S. history. So let's dive into the history, design, and lasting impact of this remarkable coin. Money Top 6. First up. The Andrew Jackson presidential $1 coin is a part of the United States Mint's presidential $1 coin program, which was launched in 2007 to honor the nation's presidents in the order they served. Andrew Jackson, the 7th President of the United States, served from 1829 to 1837, and his coin was officially released in 2008 as part of this remarkable commemorative series. This golden-colored coin pays tribute to one of the most influential, controversial, and transformative figures in American history, a man whose leadership helped define the modern presidency. The obverse front of the coin features a powerful portrait of Andrew Jackson, sculpted by Don Everhart, capturing the resolute and determined expression that became symbolic of Jackson's bold and often defiant character. The inscriptions include Andrew Jackson, 7th President, 1829-1837, and the phrase, "In God We Trust." The reverse back of the coin features the iconic Statue of Liberty, designed by engraver Don Everhart as well, symbolizing freedom and democracy, two ideals that were central to Jackson's political philosophy. The inscriptions "United States of America" and $1 surround the image. One of the unique aspects of this series is the placement of edge inscriptions, which include the year of minting, the mint mark, such as P for Philadelphia or D for Denver, and the phrases "E pluribus unum" and "In God We Trust." This edge lettering style was a revival of early U.S. coinage traditions and adds historical character to the coin. The coin is made of a manganese brass alloy, giving it a bright golden color and a distinctive appearance compared to traditional circulating coins. Andrew Jackson's presidency was a period of dramatic political and economic transformation. Known as the People's President, Jackson was admired for his populist ideals and his efforts to expand democracy by promoting the participation of the common man in government. He championed the idea that the presidency represented the entire nation, not just the elite or political insiders. His leadership style reshaped the executive branch and gave rise to what historians now call the Jacksonian era. However, Jackson's legacy is deeply complex. While he strengthened the power of the presidency, his policies also stirred intense controversy. His fierce opposition to the Second Bank of the United States led to the so-called Bank War, where Jackson vetoed the bank's recharter, claiming it was an instrument of the wealthy and corrupt. This decision led to the redistribution of federal funds to state banks, known as pet banks, which caused significant economic turbulence and ultimately contributed to the Panic of 1837. Another defining aspect of Jackson's presidency was his enforcement of the Indian Removal Act of 1830, which led to the forced relocation of Native American tribes from their ancestral lands to areas west of the Mississippi River. This tragic policy resulted in the Trail of Tears, a dark chapter in American history that remains a central part of the debate over Jackson's legacy. Despite his popular image as a defender of democracy, this act showcased the harsh and discriminatory side of his administration's policies. Andrew Jackson's personal history was as dramatic as his presidency. Born in 1767 in the region between North and South Carolina, Jackson rose from humble beginnings to national prominence as a war hero during the War of 1812, especially after his decisive victory at the Battle of New Orleans. This victory cemented his reputation as a fearless leader and propelled him into the political spotlight, ultimately leading to his election as president. The Andrew Jackson presidential $1 coin thus serves as both a celebration and a reflection of America's complex past. It honors a president who stood for the empowerment of ordinary citizens, yet whose decisions also carried lasting consequences for the nation. Collectors treasure this coin not only for its historical significance, but also for its artistry, craftsmanship, and the story it tells about America's evolving democracy. In the numismatic world, the Andrew Jackson $1 coin holds moderate collectible value, with uncirculated or proof versions being more sought after by collectors. While its face value is $1 mint-condition coins, especially those in original packaging or as part of the official presidential $1 coin sets, can sell for several dollars depending on condition and demand. Overall, the Andrew Jackson presidential $1 coin is a tangible piece of American heritage, a golden reminder of a man whose leadership left an indelible mark on the nation's political landscape. It encapsulates the spirit, conflict, and transformation of early 19th century America, making it an essential addition to any serious U.S. coin collection. Next up, the 2009 D. William Henry Harrison presidential $1 coin stands as a fascinating tribute to the ninth President of the United States, William Henry Harrison, whose short-lived presidency in 1841 remains one of the most memorable in American history. Issued as part of the presidential $1 coin program, this coin not only honors a key figure in the early development of the nation, but also showcases the United States Mint's dedication to preserving presidential legacy through numismatic artistry. Struck at the Denver Mint, indicated by the D Mint mark, the coin was released in 2009 and quickly gained the attention of collectors due to its historical importance and limited mintage in uncirculated UNC condition. William Henry Harrison, often referred to as Old Tippecanoe, was born in 1773 and was the last U.S. president born as a British subject before American independence. Before his brief tenure as president, Harrison was a distinguished military leader and politician. He earned national fame for his victory at the Battle of Tippecanoe in 1811, which solidified his reputation as a strong and decisive leader. His military achievements and frontier experience later propelled him into the political spotlight, leading to his presidential campaign in 1840 under the slogan, "Tippecanoe and Tyler too." His election symbolized the growing influence of the common man in American politics during the early 19th century. The obverse of the 2009 D. William Henry Harrison $1 coin features a detailed portrait of Harrison, designed and sculpted by Joseph, one of the U.S. Mint's renowned engravers. Around the edge of the coin are the inscriptions William Henry Harrison, In God We Trust, 9th President, and 1841, representing both his name and the year of his presidency. The design captures Harrison's dignified expression, reflecting his brief but significant time as the nation's leader. The reverse side of the coin, common to all presidential $1 issues, showcases a magnificent rendition of the Statue of Liberty, designed by Don Everhart, symbolizing freedom, democracy, and the enduring values of the United States. One of the most notable features of the presidential $1 coin series, including the William Henry Harrison coin, is the edge lettering. Instead of placing the inscriptions on the obverse or reverse, the date, mint mark, and EPLURIBUSUNUM appear on the coin's edge, a unique feature that adds both beauty and distinction. This innovative element was a nod to early American coinage styles and appealed strongly to collectors seeking coins with historical connections to the nation's past minting traditions. Harrison's presidency began with immense public enthusiasm, but was tragically cut short. After delivering the longest inaugural address in history on a cold and rainy March day without a coat or hat, he caught pneumonia and died only 31 days later, making his presidency the shortest in U.S. history. This unprecedented event created a constitutional dilemma over presidential succession, which ultimately led to Vice President John Tyler assuming the presidency. The coin, therefore, represents not only a commemoration of Harrison's life, but also a turning point in the evolution of the American presidency. In uncirculated, UNC condition, the 2009 D. William Henry Harrison presidential $1 coin holds significant appeal among collectors. Its brilliant luster, sharp details, and untouched surfaces highlight the craftsmanship of the Denver Mint. Uncirculated coins were often packaged in official U.S. Mint rolls, bags, or sets, distributed to collectors and dealers like the Portsmouth Coin and Currency Company, which remains a trusted source for numismatic treasures. These coins are valued for their pristine preservation and their role in completing presidential $1 coin collections. From a historical and artistic perspective, the William Henry Harrison $1 coin captures a poignant story of ambition, leadership, and tragedy. It reminds collectors of a president whose tenure was brief, but whose legacy shaped the understanding of presidential succession in American politics. The coin's intricate design and rich symbolism make it a cherished artifact of the early 21st century U.S. Mint craftsmanship, and a meaningful representation of 19th century American history. In today's numismatic market, the 2009 D. William Henry Harrison $1 coin continues to hold collector value, particularly in uncirculated and proof conditions. While its face value remains $1, its historical significance and limited mintage often make it worth more to collectors who appreciate its rarity, pristine quality, and the story it tells about the early struggles of the American Republic. Each coin serves as a tangible reminder of President Harrison's enduring mark on U.S. history, one that began with triumph and ended with tragedy, yet continues to live on in the hands of collectors across the nation. Next up, the 2007 George Washington presidential $1 coin holds a remarkable place in modern American numismatic history. It was the very first coin released under the presidential $1 coin program, which began in 2007. This ambitious initiative by the U.S. Mint was designed to honor the presidents of the United States in the order they served, showcasing their leadership and contributions to the nation's development. The series aimed to rekindle public interest in dollar coins while celebrating the rich legacy of American democracy through its leaders. At the heart of this coin's design is George Washington, the first president of the United States who served from 1789 to 1797. Known as the father of his country, Washington's leadership was pivotal in the founding of the nation. His presidency set many enduring precedents, including the establishment of the cabinet system, the two-term limit tradition, and the emphasis on a peaceful transfer of power. His image on this coin reminds collectors and citizens alike of the ideals of integrity, courage, and unity that defined the early years of the Republic. The obverse front of the coin features a distinguished portrait of George Washington, designed and sculpted by Joseph with the inscriptions George Washington, First President, and the years 1789–1797. The detailed craftsmanship of the portrait captures Washington's resolute character, reflecting both strength and humility. The reverse back of the coin depicts the iconic Statue of Liberty, symbolizing freedom and the enduring spirit of America. The design was created by Don Everhart, a celebrated U.S. Mint artist whose work elegantly combines tradition with modern design. Unlike traditional U.S. coins, the edge of the presidential $1 coin includes inscriptions rather than a plain or reeded edge. The edge lettering includes EPLURIBUSUNUM, In God We Trust, the year of minting 2007, and the mint mark P for Philadelphia or D for Denver. This unique edge inscription not only made the coin visually distinctive, but also added a new level of detail and craftsmanship. Interestingly, an early production error led to the famous godless dollar variety coins that were accidentally struck without the In God We Trust inscription on the edge, making them highly collectible and valuable. The coin is composed of a manganese brass alloy, giving it a golden appearance similar to the Sacagawea dollar. It has a diameter of 26.5 mm and a weight of 8.1 grams. Though these coins were released into general circulation, many were hoarded by collectors because of their historical importance and their status as the first issue in the series. The U.S. Mint also released uncirculated and proof versions, available in collector sets, which are prized for their quality and finish. George Washington's inclusion in this series was more than symbolic. It was a national tribute to the man who led the Continental Army to victory during the American Revolution and helped lay the foundation of the U.S. Constitution. His leadership style, marked by restraint and wisdom, defined the early presidency. The coin thus serves as both a monetary artifact and a miniature monument to Washington's timeless influence on American history. In terms of mintage, millions of these coins were produced across both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, ensuring broad availability. However, due to the limited popularity of dollar coins in circulation, most were kept as collectibles rather than used in daily transactions. The godless dollar era version, however, commands significant attention in the coin market and can fetch much higher values depending on condition and rarity. Today, the 2007 George Washington presidential $1 coin remains a cornerstone for modern U.S. coin collectors. It marks the beginning of a historic coin series that eventually honored all deceased U.S. presidents. More than just currency, it serves as a bridge between America's revolutionary beginnings and its enduring constitutional democracy. Holding one of these coins feels like holding a piece of living history, a reminder of the vision, sacrifice, and leadership that shaped the United States of America. Next up, the Lyndon B. Johnson presidential $1 coin is part of the United States Mint's presidential $1 coin program, which honored each former U.S. president in the order of their service. Lyndon B. Johnson, who served as the 36th President of the United States from 1963 to 1969, was commemorated on this coin to celebrate his leadership during one of America's most transformative decades. Although the coin itself was officially released in 2015, its design and symbolism reflect the profound events of the 1963–1968 period, the years of Johnson's presidency. Lyndon Johnson assumed the presidency on November 22, 1963, following the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy in Dallas, Texas. This sudden transition marked one of the most emotional and uncertain moments in American history. Johnson took the presidential oath aboard Air Force One, vowing to continue Kennedy's vision while also asserting his own leadership style. His early presidency focused on stabilizing the nation and carrying forward many of Kennedy's unfinished domestic initiatives. One of Johnson's most notable achievements during this period was his ambitious Great Society program, launched in 1964. This initiative aimed to eliminate poverty and racial injustice across the United States. Through landmark legislation such as the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965, Johnson worked to advance equality and protect the rights of all Americans. These acts were monumental in shaping modern civil liberties and continue to stand as pillars of American democracy. During 1963 to 1968, Johnson's administration also expanded social welfare programs dramatically. The establishment of Medicare and Medicaid in 1965 provided medical care for the elderly and the poor, respectively, transforming the U.S. healthcare landscape. Additionally, his administration increased funding for education, public broadcasting, and urban development, reinforcing his commitment to building a fairer, more prosperous society for all. However, Johnson's presidency was also deeply shadowed by the Vietnam War. Initially inherited from previous administrations, the conflict escalated dramatically under Johnson's leadership. The Gulf of Tonkin Resolution in 1964 granted him broad military powers, leading to large-scale troop deployments in Southeast Asia. By 1968, public opinion had turned sharply against the war, as mounting casualties and rising anti-war protests fractured the nation. This turbulent period profoundly affected Johnson's popularity and legacy. The economic policies of the Johnson era were a mix of success and strain. While his Great Society programs improved living standards for millions, the simultaneous financial burden of the Vietnam War led to growing inflation and fiscal pressure. Despite these challenges, the United States experienced remarkable economic growth during the mid-1960s, and Johnson's administration oversaw historic gains in employment and productivity. Culturally, the 1963-1968 era saw America undergo deep transformation. The civil rights movement, women's rights activism, and youth counterculture movements flourished. Johnson's presidency intersected with these major social revolutions, making his leadership both influential and controversial. His commitment to civil rights made him a historic figure in the struggle for equality, yet his handling of the Vietnam War led to intense public division. The Lyndon B. Johnson $1 coin issued decades later honors both his triumphs and trials. The obverse of the coin features a detailed portrait of President Johnson, designed by Michael, with inscriptions reading Lyndon B. Johnson, "In God We Trust," 36th President, and 1963-1969. The reverse features the iconic image of the Statue of Liberty, symbolizing the freedom and opportunity that Johnson's domestic programs sought to protect and expand. The coin's edge includes inscriptions of the mint year, mint mark, and the motto E pluribus unum. This coin serves as a tangible reminder of an era marked by great ambition and deep turmoil. It commemorates Johnson's vision of a great society, his struggle with the realities of war, and his lasting imprint on American social and political life. Collectors value this coin not only for its craftsmanship but also for its historical resonance, representing a time when America grappled with both progress and pain. Ultimately, the $1 Lyndon B. Johnson coin captures the essence of a leader who sought to build a nation where no child will go unfed, and no man will be denied dignity. His presidency between 1963 and 1968 remains one of the most defining chapters in U.S. history, an era of courage, compassion, and conflict that continues to shape the American story. Greetings, collectors and history enthusiasts. In today's episode, we journey through the powerful legacy of Lyndon B. Johnson, the 36th President of the United States, and uncover the story behind the stunning $1 coin that honors his leadership during the turbulent years of 1963 to 1968. Thank you for watching, coin lovers. If you enjoyed learning about the Lyndon B. Johnson $1 coin and its rich history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing coin stories from America's past.